do we have the official results? What's going on, everyone? We are live here in Pacific Beach at Mavericks Beach Club, and this is where we're filming all our shows today. So why don't we take a look inside? There's a lot going on here. We have a ton of places to sit, life-size Jenga, Connect 4, and we're gonna head upstairs. I'm Clare McKee, and this is The Know.
Cameras rolling and action.
My first guest is Rebecca Mingus. She is the founder of Dialed SD, a personalized virtual design service here in San Diego, and she's also the mastermind behind our set design that you see here. Rebecca, come on out. Things today. First off, thank you so much for always bringing us these sets. They're so gorgeous.
We need to be a little beachy today, I thought so.
We went with the vibe. We definitely got the beach vibe. We're here at Mavericks. But before we dive into talking all things Dialed, what is something that people may not know about you, Rebecca?
I've lived in 7 states before.
7 states?
I counted that.
Can you tell me which ones? I was gonna say, do you remember all of them?
Ohio, Florida, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, California. I'm missing a lot.
Oh my gosh. What was your favorite place?
New York.
New York.
Yeah, I was in New York City for 5 years. So
it's not often you meet someone that lives in San Diego and they say that they would pick New York over San Diego.
I love it there.
So you're first.
My heart.
Yeah. Well, maybe are you gonna get back there? Do you think?
No, I don't think so. No. I think I had a great ride there, but my life has kind of developed here, and now my business is here, and so yeah.
Well, don't leave us. Please don't
do that.
I'm
not going anywhere.
I'll go take a vacation with you in New York, but please don't leave us.
Absolutely.
That would be really fun. So, what was the inspiration for Dialed? What really started it all?
So. The reason I started Dialed is I had a career before this, but I always loved interior design. My friends, always knew that was just kind of my passion. And within a few months, I was referred to 3 different people, all that really needed help, just kind of dialing in their space and help with their home. So one of them, they all happened to be men. One of them was a surgeon. He had just moved into a sick place. He had boxes on the floor for months. He didn't have time to, create a place that was great.
Just wasn't his top priority.
No,
right?
Absolutely not. Someone else was getting divorced, and he was trying to get divorced. He was like dealing with being a new dad or a newly single dad, and just really needed a place for his kids. These people just really needed help, didn't have the time or the eye for design, but needed to have a great place. So I was able to help them, and I thought, this is what I love to do. I think, and it really helps people sometimes at different phases of life when decking out your place or getting your place comfortable that really represents you. It's just, you don't have time, people lead fast-paced lifestyles.
I love your perspective on that because it's so true. I mean, your home is where you spend so much of your time, and it should be your safe space. So what else are you providing by making this amazing, experience and home for these people to live in?
Well, I think we're an affordable interior design service that's really focused on just taking it off your hands. So for anyone who, you're just too busy, all of that, we will either kind of just give you some general direction and create a couple of designs for you to consider, and if you want to run with it and manage the rest yourself, you can. But then most of our clients that we work with, they have really busy social and professional calendars. We really are a concierge service for them. So so we'll design the space, we'll do the shopping. We have personal home shoppers and stylists. We will manage all of the delivery and coordinating all of that coming to your home, and we'll do the final styling so you can just walk into a turnkey, totally dialed place.
Sounds like a dream come true.
Easy, right?
Super turnkey, hands off, we'll take care of all of it. What about for the person out there though who likes to be really hands-on and involved in every little step?
Absolutely.
What does that process look like?
Yeah, so sometimes people are just kind of, they want, hey, I have a couple of ideas, but I really kind of want, a more professional perspective on how to bring it all together. We were happy to do that. So we'll kind of be more of your design assistant in those cases. So totally happy to, support the people who really want to stay involved. So
it starts with the vision on the front end. You'll give them a couple options, and then you kind of run with it from there.
Yeah, so we do what we call, virtual or e-design. So, and this is how we can do it very, on a more affordable scale, is we really we'll give you a couple of design concepts within our software that you can see, you can totally visualize what it's going to look like, and then from there you can decide how much you want to be involved with actually implementing it.
Okay, and is this something specific to people in San Diego, or is this also...
I can do it virtually. The implementation, we're here in San Diego locally now. We are actually looking at expanding a team in San Francisco.
Ooh.
So we can implement here locally now, but we'll be expanding.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, but for the virtual design, we can do it for anyone.
Well,
anywhere.
and there are a lot of different, things popping up in that regard where I just need some help. Somebody give me some direction. Just give me my shopping list. So you will provide that for people as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you also work with real estate agents because obviously you have a beautiful eye for design, and a lot of the real estate process and getting a home sold is making the home feel like a space that someone is living in.
Yeah, so we partner with realtors in a couple ways. Obviously, realtors are working with buyers and sellers. So for sellers, we do staging. So like this, we'll stage an entire home for sale. So we have a full staging line of business too. But for buyers, for people who are, they're cutting a fat check for a new home for a down payment, and they get overwhelmed with, now what do I do? How do I furnish my new place to kind of set me up for my new lifestyle?
And also, after they walked through it and saw the staging, and they're like, this is so beautiful.
Exactly.
I want my home to look like this, but my furniture doesn't look that way.
Right. And a lot of times people want to, because you're making such a large purchase, you need to furnish your place sometimes on a more reasonable budget because you're spending so much. So we can really help you stay on budget, whatever it is. So that's really, I think, a big value we add is we can help people work with whatever budget they have. We'll help you get an idea of what's realistic and achievable within whatever you have to work with.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I think there's a misconception that if you want to have an interior designer, spell out your space for you, it's going to cost you a pretty penny, and that's something reserved for the uber wealthy.
Absolutely, and it's so not. I mean, I really believe you do not have to break the bank. You can really give yourself an upgrade, give your environment an upgrade, and you don't have to break the bank, and we'll help you do that.
What is maybe one tip you have for our audience if they were going to make like one upgrade to their space right now? What's the best thing you would advise?
I think the art on your walls is a huge, makes just a huge impact. So I think what art you select and what you choose to have on your walls, it really sets the tone of any room. Yeah. So I think it's important to choose wisely, and you make sure it's something that brings a vibe to your home that matches your personality and your lifestyle, because that really sets the tone for your room.
Start with the artwork.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Amazing. Is there any other tips or tricks you want to share with our audience before we wrap up?
Well, I guess I just really, why we're in business is I just really think that people don't realize how your home is set up and the vibe you have in your place, and how you kind of keep it really does affect your motivation and your how you feel. And so I just really encourage people to give yourself a little upgrade. It's an investment in you. You'll feel totally different, especially if you're someone that works from home or something, and you're there all the time, and you need your space to feel good so you can stay productive and motivated, and we really help people do that on budget.
Absolutely, and that's such a great point. You spend so much time there, you have to feel really good about it, and making that investment. The great thing about furniture, right, is that it lasts a long time. So it's not something you're gonna have to redo every 6 months. You can have it and really enjoy the space for many years to come.
And it's funny, I think that I find so many people, they make investments in their lifestyle in other ways. Like they drive a nice car and they'll have this
clothing, bags.
They'll have an expensive health club or whatever, but then maybe don't have the pad to match. And I think it's an important place to
hit me with your tagline.
Oh, what did I say the other day? Oh, does your pad match your swagger?
Yes, because you want your pad to match your swagger. I love it. We're gonna patent that little trademark there. He is a former international rugby player. He's a current sports management consultant here in San Diego and has organized dozens of international events and tournaments in his last decade. John, please come on. There he is! Peace and love. Comfortable. You wore your beach colors today.
We've got a beach set. Why not wear the beach colors?
I like it. I'm with you all the way. John, thank you for being here.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
So, first rule of the show when you come on, what's something people may not know about you yet?
So let me get this straight. It starts with a punch to the nose.
We
what do
do
people
not play.
know about me?
Yeah.
Because if I say something, the next time I'm on a show, I can't really answer that question.
You're gonna have to come up with a new one.
Something. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Something people generally don't know about me. My nickname internationally is Dork.
Dork.
Yeah.
Dork.
Dork.
You have managed to obtain the nickname Dork
Yes.
internationally.
Yeah.
You have to tell the story. How did
Well,
that
there's
come
100
about?
stories.
There's 100
There's 100
stories.
stories
so you're just
about
a dorky
it.
guy?
It's just one of those things where, guys go on tour, and the ultimate rule is what goes on tour stays on tour, but it was much like I'm sure you're familiar with, if they would say, yeah, I bet you can't do that. You have to do that.
You think I can?
It's sort of double dog dare,
Okay.
and that ended up for me being called the Dork for many reasons.
Okay.
That
He's like winking at me right now.
that I will save for future shows when
Yes.
they ask what people don't know about you.
Yeah, there you go. Part 2 coming
Part
soon.
2 coming soon
I love
on
that,
the
so-
history of the Dork.
Don't think I'm bullying him if I call him Dork. He earned that title. I didn't choose it.
Right.
That's amazing. So internationally, tell us a little bit. It's not every day someone has an international nickname. How were you able to get that title from playing rugby, right?
Yeah. So rugby now is professional around the world.
Mm-hmm.
I played in the 1900s, and it was much more of an amateur type sport there. So it was also before social media.
Sure.
So we were able to do a lot more things internationally, and I had a lot more leeway
Yeah.
when we would visit kings, queens, princes, castles,
Incredible.
presidents, and we would all get in a room and just have an absolute rip-roaring time.
So you were the captain of the USA international rugby team?
The USA Sevens national team, yes.
That's incredible. How long
Yeah.
were you on that team for?
9 years.
9 years. You
throughout
took a
the
beating
90s.
for that long?
Yeah, my position was the wing. And
Okay.
so I was the fast guy way on the outside, right? The pretty one.
Yeah.
Scores
No
the
one could
tries,
catch you.
get the headlines. That was the idea. And everybody else would work very, very, very hard. And then I'd suddenly have the ball and score. And that was great.
That's great. Not a
Yeah.
bad gig.
Not a bad gig. So.
What's probably the coolest thing you would say you've experienced or witnessed, or something that just really stands out from your international travels?
The most interesting and fun bit, we were in Fiji one time in 1993. This was the first time Fiji, which is rugby sevens nut, that's their thing.
Okay.
For the week that we were there, they basically called it a national holiday for the entire week. We landed, and from the moment all the teams landed, to getting on the bus, to driving to the hotel, to driving to practice, to driving back from practice, and every mundane aspect there is of being an athlete, there were people lining the streets, 8 people deep, just all the way through, double arms in the air, waving and yelling at you for an entire week. When it got to the actual tournament on the weekend, the stadium was obviously full. It's in a valley, and there are mountains and trees all the way around. And if you looked up, you could see people in all the trees around the stadium.
Oh my gosh.
That was one of the more special moments.
It's one of those pinch me, like, surreal moments, right? Where you're like, this is for us?
Well, you knew it was popular, but you didn't realize it was shut down a country popular down in Fiji.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So fast forward to the last decade of your life, you've actually been coordinating these types of events.
Yeah.
You've taken off the jersey, and now you're wearing the hat, managing and getting everything handled, right?
Exactly. So I've been part of the USA Rugby Sevens here in the United States for 13 years now. Used to be here in San Diego. It moved to Vegas. Just actually last week it got announced it's going to be in Los Angeles.
Oh, we're coming
Carson.
a little closer.
There you go. So it has been a wonderful transition to actually play a sport you love internationally and then be able to organize and run international sports. That is the joy I get out of this, is the international aspect of people from many countries all coming together and thoroughly enjoying a weekend.
Yeah.
Nothing against soccer. I love soccer.
You
I played
played soccer.
I was an All-American soccer player. But you get teams together in soccer, and there's going to be a bit of, they put chain link fences between the fans in soccer matches. In rugby, it's totally different. It is an absolute party festival atmosphere.
See, I find that somewhat ironic because I've been to several soccer games at like the semi-pro level actually, and they are. It's like a brawl may break out at any time. It's pretty intense. What's interesting to me though is that rugby is an extremely intense sport.
Right.
I mean, you guys are taking a beating, but you're saying that the fans are pretty cool and everybody's just having a good time?
I'll tell you what, when we were down at Petco in 2009, let's say 2008, it was when Petco was brand new, shiny. We had all just voted for it and all this, and the people at Petco were panicked that rugby was going to destroy their new cathedral. And we kept saying, no, take it easy. We got it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Those roughhousers.
Yeah. We said, that's the soccer hooligans. Wait till you see the rugby. So there's a wash-up report that happens by the captain down there after every event. And you're responsible for a 3-block area around the stadium as well as within the stadium. So he comes up and he goes, I'll tell you what. During a regular Padre game, there's about 12 to 15 events. An event could be anything. During the Dodger series, it's 35 to 40. For our entire rugby weekend, there was one. And the event was one of their policemen was singing along with a crowd of players or fans that were leaving. And instead of just leaving the policeman, they picked the policeman up and took him out of the stadium and basically kidnapped the policeman because they wanted to party with him.
Get out.
So
I
there's
have a
your
microphone if you want to reenact that. We could do a little singing. You're not down for that? Okay, maybe next time. We'll
next
have that
time.
for
Again, I got to save a little bit.
Yeah, we don't want to give it all away at once. I'm with you. So you're still organizing these types of tournaments and you're actually a consultant for people. So tell us a little bit about how you can help, these event directors really formulate these programs and tournaments.
International sport is something I love, and what it does is it just brings so many people together for one particular focus, and when it's done right, it's just such a joyous, cool event.
I can only imagine.
Especially in today's political climate, you need more of those. Absolutely. And that's what you can bring when done right. So
well, and like you said when we spoke earlier, it's kind of like a smile is a universal language. Well, this is, a sport that brings people from all over the world together. How amazing is that?
Yeah, it is truly amazing. You'll have Brits next to Irish, and they're not killing each other. You'll have Kiwis next to Aussies, and they're not killing each other. So it's
and you've been a part of bringing rugby to the States, right?
Yeah, I grew the USA Sevens, grew the Collegiate National Championships that are aired on ESPN now, and it's been a tremendous growth in the sport, both publicly and by participation.
Absolutely. Well, we love to have fun in San Diego. We're all about bringing people together, and really appreciate you taking the time to share with us all about
my pleasure.
Amazingness. On the note, we like to keep our guests on their toes, and today is no different. We're gonna head downstairs and actually play a quick little game of charades. So maybe we'll embarrass ourselves, maybe not. I think we will. Charades it is. This is no joke. Silent charades at that. So there will be no clues given. Each team is going to have 45 seconds to get as many charades down and guessed as you can, I guess, if you will. John and Cody are going to be on a team. So boys versus girls. Myself and Rebecca. Just give it to me. We're going to win. And you're going to have 3 lifelines. So we will give you little clues. If you need to sing, John, that's okay. We'll let you do that. 3 lifelines. Sing, hum a tune, like give some sort of clue. So 3 lifelines, 45 seconds, as many charades as you can knock down. Are we ready?
Let's do it.
We're ready.
Winner, chicken dinner.
That was, Are we ready?
We're ready.
Spider-Man. Surfer Dude, Ninja Turtle. Aladdin, Genie. Wave Surfer, Skip. I don't know. Michael Jackson, of course. You gotta give me the one. Blind Guy. Stevie Wonder. Michael Jordan? Tiger Woods. Time.
You.
Woo! Okay,
Michael Jackson.
Ooh, okay.
Wizard of Oz girl.
What's her name? What's her name? Yes. Oh boy. Okay, what is this dance? That's not good. That's not good. Don't do that. You got nothing on that one.
Spider-Man.
Yes, I'm killing it. Killing it. Give it to me.
Got him!
Okay, so I may be, excuse you, I may be a little bit biased, but I think we won. What do you think?
I think
No way.
I think it's a done deal.
That high five at the end cost me too much time. We got it.
No, I think it was
High five
extremely
now,
strategic.
not during the competition.
I just feel like we got it in the bag. I'm a little nervous. Thanks for being good sports, by the way. Silent charades is no joke. Do we have the official results?
I saw that face when she did the shot.
Tequila face means I win.
The boys won.
Next time.
Hate you, but nice job. Nice job. Now give me some of your beer.
There you go.
I'm gonna
is
need
good.
to get one of those now.
And that's silent charades, y'all. We're gonna get you next time, though. All right, guys. What do you think? Did we have some fun today?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I know I did.
He's gonna go home and play
Clearly.
charades. He's gonna be like, I'm the champion. So
That's it. That's it.
that's it.
Given the choice, win, lose, you win.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to Rebecca and John for joining us today. Thanks
Yeah.
for Cody for standing around and drinking beer. You do it so well. This has been The Know. I'm Claire McKee. Now you know.
We're not going to tell you how much sick the dudes got.
Probably.
Right.
Do you want to act or do you want to get?
Just to keep the suspense a little bit. And
I figured.
He froze up. He froze up.
let's go.
He
Let's go.
froze up.